Welcome back to Money is Blind podcast. I'm your host Prasoon. Today I'll be talking about today I'll be talking about your second brain. Have you ever thought about another brain? How cool would that be? If you can do these much of tasks with just one brain, wouldn't it be nice if we have one more brain, another head? There is a mythical character in Hindu mythology. His name is Ravana. He is like a demon. He is a bad guy and he is the king of bad land. And he has 10 heads. So, if you know Ramayana, if you have heard about Ramayana, you know what I'm talking about. So, that guy would have been a genius, right? 10 heads, 10 brains. But we are blessed with just one head and one brain. But technology enables us to have multiple brains and at least, I should say, at least one more brain. And how can you do that? Well, the short answer is using your smartphone or your computer. See, I'll tell you how I use and I build my second brain. Whenever I have an idea, if it is a business idea or if it is something innovative or if it is some kind of video idea that I have instantaneously or all of a sudden, if I don't put it down in paper, I forget it. But that was before my blinding eye condition was diagnosed. I used to write it down in a piece of paper or a small book that I carried everywhere, but not now. Now, even if I write it down, I won't be able to read it because I can't see, because I am legally blind now. So, what do I do? And what should other persons who are visually impaired and blind, what should they do? They should put it down in a notes app. So, if you are using an Android phone, you will have Google Keep Notes. The name of the app is Keep Notes. It is an app from Google. It comes pre-installed in almost all the Android phones. You can use that. It's a free app and it works really good. When it comes to dictating your voice and recording it as a text document, Keep Notes is the best option out there. You just have to dictate your voice and the Notes app will capture it as text. Isn't that cool? And you will be able to search those notes based on the keywords that you mention within the note. So that is cool. You can use Keep Notes for iPhone as well. It comes for iOS as well. I have also used the Apple Notes app. I'm still using it because I am primarily an iPhone user. And I also have used another app, another note taking app which is called Evernote. Evernote I use mostly for journaling, as I mentioned in my last episode. I hope you listen to it. But in Evernote, I have multiple notebooks. One notebook is called Business Ideas, the other one is my office files. I just keep a photograph of important documents or files saved in Evernote. I used to do it, but now I keep it in Google Drive. That's more convenient. So that's how I store my ideas, because if I don't do it, I am sure I will forget it. The next time when I want to think about it, when I try to remember it, It won't be there in my memory because our short term memory, our RAM, it's very, very volatile, or I should say, it has a very short attention span. So when you remember it, just put it down, just take out your phone because your phone will be with you all the time. Take it out from your pocket and create a note, a new note, and save it. That's it. That's all that you need to do. Organizing these notes is another task, which actually is a skill that you need to learn, because if you don't organize these notes into your business category, something will be for personal ideas, for some other notes will be for your personal life. You can create notes for video scripts, for business integrations, for business collaborations, for everything, for writing down emails, or when you come across a website, a web article, a web page that you need to read later. I don't use Instapaper or Pocket or any other app. I just take the URL, share it, copy the URL, and put it in the notes. And then I move it into the read later category in my Apple Notes. I have almost 8 or 10 folders in my Apple Notes. One one of them is for Money's Blind podcast. The other one is for Dough Foodie. The other one is for my office documents. One is for my personal life. One is for my goals and achievements. I track everything using the Notes app. If you are confused between a Notes app and a reminder, they are completely different. Of course, you can use the reminder app to jot down quick notes, but a reminder works in a different way. How to use your reminders, that will be another episode, I promise. Okay? But now let me talk about notes. So, how do I use notes? Not just for taking out ideas from my brain and putting it into a file, a digital format file, a text file. If you're thinking about creating Microsoft Word documents or the equivalent of it, or the equivalent of that file in Apple ecosystem is Pages, don't do it. Because first of all, creating files and storing them in folders is a hell of a task, and navigating these files, whether it is in Apple or in Windows, that is also difficult. So we want to make it as simple as possible, and so that's why I'm recommending you to use dedicated separate apps for taking down notes. All right. I use Pages and Microsoft Word for creating scripts, because that scripts are, when I say scripts, I mean video scripts. Those scripts, I bundle them up together, I organize them in a single folder, and then I upload it to Google Drive, where it stays safe till I manage it again. So those are different. I'm talking about notes. Sometimes it will be an important lesson that I learned while I read an audiobook. When I'm listening to an audible audiobook, the there will be something that inspires me or motivates me, and so I then quickly take it down into a note, which I put in other folders. Like I have folders, a big folder called books, and inside books I have like a productivity folder, then there is inspirational folder, then there is another motivational quotes which motivates me. I put it down there. So there are so many other folders. I'll have to look into my iPhone. But then When I come back to the notes, I reorganize it because, as I mentioned earlier, these notes and these ideas that you get from your everyday life, these are gold. These are information which are very, very valuable because if you don't write it down, you will forget it because you are also human. So I am writing a book and I haven't started it, but I am planning to start it. I have plans to publish an ebook within the next 3 months, but that's not what I meant when I said a book. It literally means a book. So I want to be an author, and when I write a book, I want to I want to refer all these quotes and all these ideas that I have collected over the last 5 years during my entrepreneurial journey. So that's the big idea. Sometimes I get new ideas when I'm watching YouTube videos. Sometimes it's a short video or an Instagram reel which inspires me, gives me an idea. So quickly note it down into my scripts or video ideas folder and then I work on it. And that's how all the video scripts are born. But some other days, I just sit on one script and write it down from beginning to end in one sitting. There are days when I finish scripts like that as well. But during this scripting process, I simply open my notes app and go through the books folder to see whether there are any quotes or inspirational stuff that I can include in the script. And these pieces of quotes or some new information which I have collected from my library of audiobooks and other videos and all the conversations that I have. These are like gold when it comes to if I use them correctly, if I use them in the proper place in a video script. So I know it will be useful when I write the book as well. So that's why you also need a second brain because your brain has limited powers. It is not a supercomputer, but when you have supercomputers sitting inside your pocket, why don't you use it? Make it your second brain. Make it work. Make it work so that you get the benefit. Don't just use your phones for scrolling through social medias and watching videos and messaging your friends. It can be used in many other productive ways to improve your productivity, to make your life easier, faster, and a successful one. So, what are the other ways I use Notes app? Journaling, yes, journaling I have mentioned completely in another episode. I exclusively use Evernote for journaling. You can even collaborate your notes by sharing it with your virtual assistant or personal assistant. It's very easy when it comes to Google Keep Notes. I've done that, but I don't share my Apple Notes with anyone. If I have to share the notes which is in my Notes app, I just copy it and then email it to my personal assistant. When I say sharing, it's like sharing a Google Docs document. You just have to click on the share button, and the person whom you are sharing that document will have access to that document. They can edit real time, they can comment on every line, they can help you create scripts, and it's actually brainstorming done remotely. It's a very powerful feature which many persons are not using these days. And you should definitely do it. You should definitely try out collaboration. When other persons are working with you for improving a product or service or creating a video, when you are not the only person who is thinking, when your brain is not the only brain which is working, when a real person's brain is also working and thinking for you, you can make use of it. So make use of these features in your Notes app. Is there anything else that I want to tell you about the notes? I think that's it. If there is anything, I'll create another episode. So today I did one more thing. I created 2 more tiers in patreon.com. So initially there is a beginner plan which starts at $5 per month. You get exclusive videos. No, you get exclusive podcast episodes which are not published in anchor.fm or my website. You can go to moneyisblind.com and find these premium episodes by subscribing to Patreon. You can become a Patreon and you can listen to those premium episodes, and it starts at just $5 a month. Then there is a second plan which is called Popular, and it is $12 a month. So you get shout outs, and there's one more perk that I added, some more exclusive videos. And in the third plan, which I named Premium Plan, that's $24 a month. You get question and answer session with me, live streams, and much more. So just go to moneyisblind.com and you can find a page in the navigation menu and in the home page itself where you will be able to go to Patreon through my website and become a member or a Patreon and listen to the premium episodes the premium episodes which are going to help you become a successful, wealthy entrepreneur. I'm just sharing my experiences and I think they'll be helpful for you. So I did that today and I just wanted to give you a heads up. So that's it. I'll talk to you guys in another one. You guys take care. Bye bye.